Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Tochi. You guys are welcome back. So guys, in today's video, we're talking about USA, the United States of America. Yes, we are here to tell you guys how to easily move to the USA. We've talked about the UK a lot of times. Of course, that's what this channel is all about, UK. And then we've talked about moving to other countries and other opportunities, that come up and all. But today we are here to talk about moving to the USA. This video is a video you would want to watch to the end because Naya is here. She's been here on my channel before, but for those who don't know her, she's just going to introduce herself and then we'll dive right into the video. She's here to tell you guys how to move to the USA. She's currently in the US and then she got a scholarship to the US, fully funded scholarship, and she's still there today enjoying the US and all the benefits that comes with living in the US. So she's here to share with you guys, to tell you what to do and how to go about getting this same scholarship that she got so that you too can move to the US. So let's just dive right into the video. All right, Naya, let's get to know you.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Naya, and I also have a channel where I also talk about scholarships in the US. And today I'm going to be talking about a scholarship, a school which a lot of people don't really know about, but this school offers 100% full tuition scholarship to anybody that is admitted, and that is both international students and domestic students. But I mean, of course, we're talking about international students. And the name of that school is Berea College. So,
Is what?
Berea College.
Berea College.
Yes, BEREA COLLEGE. Yeah, so the school is located in Berea, Kentucky, in the US, of course. The school acceptance rate is 33%. So it has like a really low acceptance rate. And it's a very, very competitive school. It only accepts one person per country. So, well, in some countries, there are countries that are like very populated, like Nigeria. So during my sets, there were actually 2 Nigerians that came in, me and my friend. So first of all, application to Berea is open right now for next year, 2023. So Berea focuses on those that are living, those that are like from low income backgrounds. So that's also something else when applying to Berea. So the application is actually open right now. So there are 2 stages in the application. There is like the early action, and then there is like the normal decision. So the early action, the deadline is October 15th. So when you're applying for early action decision to Berea, it kind of gives you a leg up than if you're applying for like the normal admission. The early action decision closes October 15th. The normal decision for international students closes January 15th. Before, the deadline was November 30th, but Berea also changed it this year, I believe, to January 15th. So honestly, guys, like the application is open right now. There is no application fee for Berea College. What you just do is you go online, you type in apply to Berea College as an international student. You type that in, they're going to request for your personal essay. They're going to request for like a recommendation. They're going to request for standardized tests. Those are the things you need. You make sure you have all of those things, and then you just fill out the application. So guys, make sure you apply early. Make sure you have a really strong personal essay, and make sure you have a good standardized test score. So if you're taking SAT right now is out of 1,600, so that's 1,600. Make sure you have a good score. Like you can't really have, like 800 and you want to apply to Berea. Like that's not a good SAT score. So make sure you have like a good SAT score. I'm gonna say maybe at least from 1,100 and above, thereabouts, or maybe 1,200 and above. But yes, so that is the school that I attended, and like I said, it gives 100% scholarship to anybody that is admitted. Also, something else I should mention in this school is that when you get admitted, you're going to get assigned a work. So everybody that, like every student, as far as you attended Berea, you work for a minimum of 10 hours a week. But I mean, don't worry about that because the main issue is getting accepted into the school because the school is very competitive.
Yeah, so you mentioned having a very strong personal essay, personal statement. Can you just tell us what that statement should contain? So I want to apply for the scholarship and I'm supposed to write my personal statement, but I don't know what to write. Just help us.
Yes. When you're actually applying they give you a prompt of a personal essay to write. But for myself, when I was applying, I wrote about basically my story, my story from growing up, the kind of family I come from, how it's always been my dream to study in the US, how if I don't get into Berea, I would probably not get into like any other school. So it kind of was like, this is my last chance. Then I also actually wrote about how, because during that period I was volunteering in church. Like, I'll follow my mom to church, I'll volunteer. I was also volunteering in like other things in my neighborhood. So the US, the colleges in US also value that, because they see that you are contributing to your community. You're not just taking. So you also have to show that, okay, you can showcase your leadership qualities. You can showcase the help you've rendered others. Basically, just talking about yourself, but presenting yourself as a holistic person. Not just, oh, I'm very smart and I had all A's in my high school. No, you just show yourself all around.
All right, thank you very much, Naye. And you talked about your school being just for undergraduates, right? But do you have any idea other scholarships that people can apply to? Maybe people that want to go for masters, PhD, and all that. Can you suggest or give us examples of other scholarships available in the US? Do you have any idea?
Yes. So for masters, usually that's like a hopeful topic. But for masters, how you usually get like scholarships in the US is through assistantships. So you have to take GRE. So for undergraduates, remember, undergraduates is SAT. For masters, now you have to take GRE. Have a good GRE score. Usually people could email these professors in this school, find a research or a topic that you really are interested in, and then email the professor that is like in charge of that research in that school, and like usually tell them, oh, introduce yourself, say all the things you've done, say what you're interested in, and ask if you can be like a research assistant. So because getting scholarships in the US for masters, you can get it through graduate assistantship. So like I said, you can email the professor, become a research assistant, or you become a teaching assistant. So that's usually the way you can get scholarship. And then when you are accepted into either of these two programs, they usually cover like your tuition and like give you stipend to survive.
All right. So when you say applying as a graduate assistant, do you do all that from Africa, for instance? Like, do you apply, or you apply for the scholarship, then when you get there, you become a graduate assistant? Or do you apply for the graduate assistant first and then for the scholarship later on? How is
Usually it depends on the school. I have seen schools where you have to apply from back home in Africa, and I've seen schools that are usually like, oh, you come here, you have to do 1 year first, and then you apply for the graduate assistantship before you can get it. So it's kind of like a 50-50 thing. Also for PhD is also kind of like similar to master's. So usually like you have to have a research that you're interested in. The thing with PhD is that there are so many funding for it as opposed to masters. So masters is harder to find funding, but PhD, once you get into a PhD program, it's like 99% funded. So usually you just also like find a professor who is doing something that you're interested in, a research that you're interested in, and you also email that professor, tell the professor the things you've done, and what you want to also do. And the professors are usually the people that tend to pick out who is going to do that research with them. It's not like undergraduates that the scholarship is like a universal school thing. It's more like the professor is the person that picks out. So that's also the way it works for PhD. And on the bright side also, these PhD programs are usually easy to find. A lot of times professors will like put them out on LinkedIn and on Twitter. I have seen so many PhD programs. Actually, two of my friends, I think they found their PhD programs on Twitter. So a lot of professors will put it out on Twitter and be like, hey, I'm looking for, if you know somebody that is good in, for instance, computational, this, that, bring the person to me. And then people will usually retweet that or on LinkedIn. So that's kind of like a way to find, to get information for PhD and also to get like the scholarship for it.
Wow. All right. Thank you so much, Naya. You guys have heard it from the horse's mouth. This is like the easiest way to move to the US. And then Naya applied for her scholarship herself. When she told me, I was like, okay,
Yes.
yes, you're coming to tell us, yes, you're coming to tell my audience how to apply to. So she did everything basically by herself. You know, guys, I keep saying these things. Most of these things you can do by yourself. Okay, so all you have to basically do is just get the right information and learn how to do this research by yourself. All right, so thank you so much, Nenye. Nenye has a YouTube channel as well where she has talked about all these things in detail, so you can go and check it out. Her YouTube channel name is just Nenye. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye-bye.